Sup guys, it's Alex here, and welcome to the March 13th edition of the Bracketology update. But as you can tell from the title of this video, this one will not be from Joe Lunardi. This one will be from Jerry Palm, and I'll go over this a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys Joe Lunardi's right here. There's not a whole lot that has changed, and that's why I didn't decide to do Joe Lunardi's here. I decided to do Jerry's Palm to kind of switch it up a little bit. The matchups for Joe Lunardi are pretty much the exact same as whenever I did it 2 days ago. There's just a couple of different changes. I mean, Gonzaga remained to 1. St. Mary's is in there for winning the WCC. The Northeastern is new to the field as well. They'll be in there in the tournament. Same with Northern Kentucky. Then he has Oklahoma up to a 9, Utah State down to a 10, Montana down to a 15, and then Gardner-Webb up to a 15. So those are pretty much the only changes right there. I'll go and show you guys Joe Lunardi's bubble. He has Arizona State, St. John's, Florida, and Texas as the last 4 byes. Last 4 in are Temple, NC State, TCU, and Clemson. First 4 out are Ohio State, who has played their way out of the field with the Bid Thief and St. Mary's, Indiana, Creighton, and Belmont. And then the next 4 out are Alabama, Loscombe, UNC Greensboro, and Georgetown. So before I get into Jerry Palms, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support that you've been giving me on my channel. I'm at 2,860 subscribers. But I also said that if I get to 3,000 by March 15th, which is Friday, which is when I do the NCAA tournament ticket giveaway, it's 2 days away. If I get to 3,000, I will be giving away 3 tournament tickets. Right now it's at 2 since I'm not there yet. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the current entries right there as I do with every Bracketology video. If you don't see your name here, just let me know if I picked your different team or whatever. These are as of 10:55 a.m. whenever I'm making this video. So I'm going to just go ahead and scroll through here, let you guys know that everybody is in here, and how I'm going to decide to give away the ticket is I'm going to put all the names into random.org, and it's going to produce 3 different names, and then before I release the video of me doing the drawing, I'm going to contact the 3 people, make sure they can go, and then I'll be able to release the video, and so that way I don't want to... I don't want to give a ticket to somebody who won't be able to go, so I'll go ahead and confirm that they can. As you can tell, there's almost 250 subscribers entered into this giveaway. So if I can get to 3,000, that'll definitely help your chances. It'll be 3 in about 250 instead of 2 in about 250. So yeah, there's a quick little plug for the NCAA tournament ticket giveaway. Make sure you subscribed if you're not already. That'll help me get to 3,000. And without any further ado, let's go and get into this analysis for Jerry Palm. But if you're not new to my channel, or if you've been watching my channel, you know that this is the first Jerry Palm bracketology that I've done. I'm honestly not really a huge fan of him and his brackets. I mean, he has Creighton and Arizona State there as a first 4 in. Same with Clemson and UNC Greensboro, who Joe Lunardi had his next 4 out. I really like UNC Greensboro, but I don't think they deserve a spot in the NCAA tournament. Kind of the same with Creighton at this point. I'll go and show you guys his bubble. Last 4 in are Arizona State, Creighton, Clemson, and UNC Greensboro. First 4 out are Furman, who I don't think Furman's going to make it. Florida, he has out. Even Joe Lunardi, I think, has him as like an 11 seed. Belmont, which I can see that. And then Indiana. I honestly don't know if... Yeah, Ohio State is in there up as an 11. Joe Lunardi had them out. But I'll go and show you guys the matchups right here. They'll have Virginia and North Carolina on the same side of the bracket, because you can tell by Jerry Palm kind of putting them together there. And then you'll have Kentucky and Gonzaga. But I think it's interesting how he has Wofford there as an 8 seed. He also has... UCF and Oklahoma playing as the 8 and the 9 there. I kind of like these matchups. Then you got Texas Tech as the 3 with Northern Kentucky. Then down here in the other, like the right side of the regional, you got Iowa State as an 8 and Iowa as a 7. I would move that around. Iowa has just been falling off the map. I mean, Iowa State has too, but I don't think they've been doing it as bad as Iowa. He does have Cincinnati as a 6, which I know a lot of people have been clamoring for Joe Lunardi to put them as a 6 instead of a 7. And over here we got Ole Miss and Utah State as 8 and 9. Florida State is still paired up with Liberty. I really like Liberty, but I just don't think they'll be able to beat Florida State. Buffalo will be playing the winner of that Creighton and Arizona State game. Then he has Auburn as a 7. TCU as a 10 seed. I really do not agree with that. That's probably my biggest beef with Jerry Palm's bracket. How is TCU a 10 seed? I mean, they should be... I honestly don't think they deserve to be in the tournament. I think they should be out of the tournament. Joe Lunardi has them in as the last 4 in. Jerry Palm has them safely in as a 10 seed. I just don't see that happening. But yeah, those are just kind of my general thoughts with Jerry Palm's bracketology. For the most part, it's kind of about the same seeding-wise as Joe Lunardi, but matchup-wise, it's a bit different, so that's why I decided to go ahead and use this one as my bracketology, like predictions and stuff like that on Brackify. And as always, you know that I put the link to vote in the description. Sorry for that. So make sure you check out the description. Make sure you click that link. make your voices heard. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into my predictions. It's kind of weird doing this for Jerry Palm, but we'll go ahead and roll with it. First up, we have Virginia beating the winner of that playing game, which probably will be Norfolk State. I honestly don't know. Then I like Wofford beating Baylor here. Then we have Virginia Tech beating New Mexico State. Kansas beating UC Irvine. I kind of like UC Irvine there. Then I'm going to go with my first upset pick here 5 minutes into the video. I like Temple upsetting Mississippi State. Mississippi State just kind of seems like sometimes they just shut down and kind of don't have the energy and just the desire to play. I like Temple winning that matchup. And then we have Purdue beating Old Dominion. Louisville beating Washington, and then Tennessee beating Montana. Then we have North Carolina beating Prairie View A&M. I don't think I put the and sign, but oh well. Then we have Taco Fall and UCF beating Oklahoma. Nevada beating St. Mary's. I know St. Mary's is going to be a popular upset pick because they absolutely destroyed Gonzaga in the WCC championship last night. They acted as a bid thief. That's kind of why Joe Lunardi now has Ohio State out of the tournament. I like Nevada in that matchup. Then we have Wisconsin with Ethan Happ beating Vermont. Villanova, I think, will be Ohio State. I know I had them getting upset by Florida last time around, but Ohio State is a lot worse than Florida, in my opinion. And we have Texas Tech beating Northern Kentucky, VCU beating Minnesota, and LSU beating Bradley. I know I kind of went all the chalk on that side. Then we have Gonzaga being the winner of that playing game. I like Utah State in this matchup over Ole Miss, not Iowa State. Then in a matchup here against the teams that start with an M, with a player who is just taken over for their team. They're kind of like one-man teams. Marcus Howard with Marquette, and then John Morant with Murray State. I think that the supporting cast for Marcus Howard is just a bit better than the Murray State one. I like Marquette in this matchup, though I did have Murray State going to the Sweet 16 in the last video that I did, but it was paired up against Maryland and not Marquette. So it's all, as I always say to like the subscribers that ask me questions on Instagram and stuff like that, it's all about matchups. I mean, I can say that I like a team, but if I don't like the matchup that they're in, I'm not going to pick them. So I like Marquette in this matchup right there. And Florida State over Liberty. I think Buffalo will beat the winner of Creighton and Arizona State, which is probably Arizona State. And we got Houston beating Georgia State. Auburn definitely beating TCU. As I said earlier, I don't think TCU even deserves to be in the tournament. Then Michigan State beating Gardner-Webb. Kentucky beating Sam Houston State. Syracuse upsetting Iowa State is like a 9/8. I don't know if you'd even consider that an upset. And Maryland, I think, will beat the winner of Clemson and UNC Greensboro, which I think would beat UNC Greensboro. Then we have Kansas State beating Northeastern, Cincinnati beating St. John's, and once this next one comes up, we got Michigan beating Harvard. Come on, Internet. Then we have the 10 seed Seton Hall Pirates beating Iowa, and then Duke beating Colgate. So then for a spot in the Sweet 16, I'm going to go with a huge upset here. I'm going to go with Fletcher Magee and Wofford upsetting Virginia. Virginia won't make it out of the first weekend for the second year in a row. Huge upset pick right here. I like Wofford moving on. I know a lot of people will agree with me, and they've been clamoring for me to get some upsets in there recently because I've been moving Virginia on when they just don't have a good tournament history. And I like Wofford pulling off the monumental upset there. Virginia Tech, I think in the ACC tournament prediction video, which I'm like 0 for 3 so far, so that's not turning out very well. I think I had Virginia Tech win, or at least going to the finals against Duke. I like Virginia Tech beating Kansas there. And Purdue will beat Temple, and Tennessee will beat Louisville. North Carolina will beat UCF. Wisconsin and Ethan Happ will lose to Nevada and the Martin Twins and Jordan Caroline. I think they're just more stacked and have more depth as a team. And then we have Texas Tech beating Villanova and LSU beating VCU. Gonzaga beating Utah State. Then Marquette, I think, will beat Florida State with Marcus Howard. Then we have Buffalo, I think, pulling off the upset here, the 6/3 over Houston. I know Joe Lunardi said Buffalo is his most dangerous, like, mid-major team. I think that they could pull off the upset there. Then Michigan State will beat Auburn. Kentucky will beat Syracuse. Kansas State, I think, would beat Maryland. Michigan would beat Cincinnati. And then Duke would beat Seton Hall. And then for a spot in the Elite Eight, Wofford and Virginia Tech. As much as I'd like to see Wofford continue their run, I think Virginia Tech gets the dub there and moves on as the 5 seed. And I think that Tennessee gets the victory here and moves on past Purdue. North Carolina will beat Nevada. And then I'm going to have Texas Tech here moving on past LSU. Gonzaga will beat Marquette with Marcus Howard. I think that one's going to be good. I think that a lot of people are overreacting to Gonzaga. A lot of people are having moving down to like a 2 or 3 line just after losing to St. Mary's, even though they beat them by 48 earlier in the season. One loss doesn't change the trajectory of a team. I like Gonzaga in this matchup here. And then I like Michigan State beating Buffalo. Kentucky, I think, will beat Kansas State in a rematch of last year's Sweet 16. And then Duke, I think, will beat Michigan. Then for a spot in the Final Four, Virginia Tech and Tennessee. I like Grant Williams, Admiral Schofield, the SEC Player of the Year, Grant Williams, Admiral Schofield, and Jordan Bone moving on to the Final Four here. Then North Carolina and Texas Tech. I'm going to go with a slight upset pick here. I'm going to go with Texas Tech moving on as the 3 seed over North Carolina. I know I've had North Carolina winning in the past couple bracketologies that I've been doing, but I really like Texas Tech in that matchup there. Their defense has been absolutely terrific throughout the course of the season, and I thought I'd switch it up for you guys. I know I've been kind of going with North Carolina for the past couple of videos. I thought I would switch it up and go with the 3 seed there. And then I like Gonzaga moving on to the Final Four here, beating Michigan State. And then if Zion is healthy, I will definitely pick Duke in this matchup against Kentucky. But if he is not healthy, I will go with Kentucky. And as of right now, I know he's projected to play in the ACC tournament, but until he steps foot on the court and actually plays a game, I'm assuming that he's going to be out. So Kentucky, I think, will win this matchup here if Zion's out. Reed Travis is supposed to be back. Zion's still day-to-day, according to Mike Krzyzewski. He's projected to play, but until he steps foot on the court, I can't see him playing. That's what Joe Lunardi said. Somebody asked him if he thinks Duke should be a 1 seed, and he said not unless Zion plays. And then the guy was like, well, Zion's projected to play. And Lunardi said, I will not move them forward until I see him step on the court. So that's what I'm going to say, too. I like Kentucky winning that matchup. Tennessee and Texas Tech. I'm going to go with a team that's known for their defense. Wait, that's both teams. But I'm going to go with Texas Tech here. 3/2. I like seeing that 3 seed from that bottom left regional, which is where Michigan came from last year to make the national championship game. I like Texas Tech moving on there. Then Gonzaga and Kentucky. As much as I want to pick my Big Blue Nation with Kentucky Wildcats, I like Gonzaga even though they just lost. I like them. I think they're a really complete team. Mark Few is going to go back to the championship game. Texas Tech and Gonzaga in the national championship. This is going to be controversial since they just lost last night. But I like Gonzaga winning this matchup here against Texas Tech. We'll have a 1 seed winning, but we have a 3 seed going on to the national championship game in a slight upset. I think that's going to be an interesting national championship game to see. It'll be kind of, I don't know if it'd be low scoring or not. Texas Tech is known for their low scoring defense, but Gonzaga averages like 80 points a game, even though they just scored 47 yesterday. We'll see what happens with that, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are new. Make sure you help me get to 3,000 subscribers if you want to get another chance to win an NCAA tournament on Friday. There's 2 days to go. We're about 140 subscribers away, so it's about 70 a day. We can do it. Tell all your friends to subscribe, stuff like that. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all later.